Welcome back to Citizen Arcane, where we discuss pretty much whatever's on my mind. And of late, that has had a lot to do with spring and summer football. Thanks again to everyone who has subscribed, and especially to those who have clicked on our links. It really helps. Um, there's been a lot of activity in the last week in both the indoor and outdoor game. Probably the story that has engulfed this little world is the merger between the XFL and the USFL, which I do think is going to be a good thing overall. But there's talk of a 10-team league, which is unfortunate because I had hoped personally that that both leagues would coexist for another year, each expanding by a team or two. The USFL slowly moving away from their hub city model, but now it sounds like maybe the worst of both leagues is going to survive, and that's going to mean hub cities, a 10-team league, and we will see how it goes. But today I wanted to talk mostly about the National Arena League, and there's some big and to me surprising changes going on. The first, with Chris Siegfried stepping down, I think that changes a lot. Now, I don't frankly know why that is going on, and I do hope he winds up remaining in the world of alternative football somehow, as I think he brings something to it. But one of the things he didn't bring to it is franchise stability. And so let's just take a minute and talk about the National Arena League from its inception in 2016. And it currently holds precisely 0 of the teams that took the field in 2016. So they had the Jacksonville Sharks from the old Arena Football League. They had the Columbus Lions, which on their page lists as having come from the PIFL, but I think they were actually with the AIF originally. And then there was the Lehigh Valley Steelhawks, which were from the PIFL. They had been around for a long time. I'm surprised that they haven't been reincarnated in some way, because it seems like they had some success. Then again, there's that Georgia Firebirds team, which is weird. I think it existed for only one season in any capacity anywhere, but somebody can correct me on that. Then in 2017, they picked up the High Country Grizzlies, which I had high hopes for. I thought that that was going to be a pretty, meaningful addition to any league, and I thought that they were going to be the kind of franchise that could survive multiple leagues, and in this little niche world of alternative football, could make a place for itself. And then there was their expansion to Mexico with the Monterrey Steel. And then there was the Corpus Christi Rage in 2017. 2018, they picked up the Dayton Wolfpack and the Maine Mammoths, another team that looked well funded and looked like it was going to, again, be able to carve out a place for itself in the world of minor league indoor football. Then you had in 2019, the New York Streets, which were ill-fated from the word go. Terrible facility. It looks like no promotion. New York as a market is critical, I think, for every league, but I guess it's just impossible to find a location that works, economically, and it is unfortunate. It seems like for the outdoor leagues, there should be some college somewhere with a stadium that's got 20,000 or so that could get it done. But for it just seems like it's impossible for any indoor league to make it. Then you had the pandemic season 2020, which was canceled completely. 2021, you've got the New Jersey Flight, which apparently now still exists in some capacity as the New Jersey Ballers, Ballaz, I guess it is. 2022, they picked up the Gunslingers and the Warbirds. So now the Warbirds have made their way to the AFL. They will be the Desert Hawks. And they also had the Fayetteville Mustangs, who I don't think finished their season at all, but it sounds like there's some activity around them. We'll see how that goes. Going into 2024, they picked up the Idaho Idaho Horsemen, which that to me has always seemed like that was the one franchise in the entire America West Football Conference. I hope I said that right this time. But I'm surprised because it makes the footprint of the NAL much bigger and more scattered out. It seemed like travel costs were a big deal for them, and uh, and so I wonder if that will even happen. The NAL has had multiple times where they've announced teams that never played. I think there was the Bandits, which were going to be in Bakersfield, California, or something like that. And I just don't know how that's going to work out. But I had thought, because the AFL announced Boise, Idaho as one of its teams that were going to be in its inaugural season in 2024, that maybe that was it. But apparently I was wrong. Then we've got, finally, it's official. The Topeka Tropics are coming from the CIF, and the Beef, the Omaha Beef, and the Sioux City Bandits, all from the CIF, which now, from what I've seen, again, mostly on internet chatter, the entirety of the CIF may be purchased by the Arena Football League, which has definitely picked up the Billings team. And we will see how it goes. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this was helpful or insightful, or not insightful, but if this is in any way helpful for you as a fan, because the reason I have this little channel is because I enjoy this kind of stuff, and I specifically enjoy how these teams kind of come and go. It's a fun while it lasted kind of thing. But for me here in Atlanta, it doesn't look like we are going to have a team of any sort going forward for at least a foreseeable future. Anyway, have a great day. Thanks again for watching.